Welcome to Danese Media. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we all understand that right now, the appointed deputy president of this country of Kenya called Professor Kindiki is under siege following a directive by President William Ruto through the chief of staff and the head of public service Felix Koskei that has stripped him of the role of intergovernmental coordination.
Kwa hivyo hii serikali, muache mchezo. Hii ni serikali yetu, hatutoki. Tunang'ang'ana hapa. Najua tumeongezeka, kina Oparanya wamekuja, wamekaribishwa, lakini hatutoki. Hatuwezi waondokea. Tutang'ang'ana tukiwa hapa ndani kwa sababu hii ni serikali yetu.
As we speak right now, the kind of humiliation that Gachagua used to face before his impeachment as the deputy president of this country of Kenya is the same humiliation that Kindiki is also facing under the government of William Ruto 2 weeks ago after Olkalau by election.
The leader who is giving direction saizi Mount Kenya, whether you like it or not, ni Rigathi Gachagua. Olkalau is a learning lesson to the mountain and how they will vote. You get what I mean?
Okay.
And how they are listening to Rigathi Gachagua.
Okay.
That's very true. It is a wake-up call to anybody planning to run against Rigathi Gachagua and his party in Central.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's it. It's Mount Kenya and that's it.
And the reason why Kindiki is being humiliated is because UDA was defeated in Olkalau. That is number one. Number two, Mountain have gone with Rigathi Gachagua. Number three, Kindiki and Gachagua are now speaking one language of making unity within the Mount Kenya region, but that is something that Ruto does not want to hear. Ruto does not want to hear that there is unity within the mountain. Because right now, Mount Kenya people are listening to Rigathi Gachagua, which is true.
So wewe Professor Kindiki ujue, ile mtu anapangia wewe si mwingine ni Kasongo. And I told you my younger brother, siku alikutumia kunihangaisha mimi, alikutumia kunichokora na kunipagia jama. Nikakwambia akimalizana na mimi, atakula wewe next. Huyu Ruto hakuna mtu ya mlima atawacha hata moja. Atameza nyinyi yote. Hata nyinyi.
What happened in Olkalau was a critical message to all the leaders in this country of Kenya, especially within the mountain. Right now, Gachagua is the kingpin in the Mount Kenya region. So, Ruto is now sacrificing Kindiki to divide Mount Kenya region. Lazima a divide Mount Kenya region. Yeah.
Documents obtained by KTN trace a months-long paper trail involving the office of the Attorney General, the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary, the Senate and the Presidency, culminating in President William Ruto designating Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi to administer the Intergovernmental Relations Act. The argument being advanced is simple. Kithure Kindiki has too many responsibilities, so much so that proposals have now emerged to remove him as chair of the Intergovernmental Budget and Economic Council, IBEC, one of the country's most powerful intergovernmental bodies responsible for coordinating fiscal relations between the national and county governments. But that explanation has done little to silence the political whispers. For a man who has for months remained a constant presence at Kenya Kwanza rallies, tirelessly leading the two-term chorus for President William Ruto, many are asking, how can chairing a council that convenes periodically suddenly become an overwhelming responsibility? KTN has also established that since January, Kindiki has not chaired the Intergovernmental Coordination Committee, where on April, he invited stakeholders to a scheduled meeting, only for the invitation to be withdrawn without an explanation. The sequence of events dates back in January this year, when the Attorney General prepared draft regulations to operationalize the Intergovernmental Relations Act. But when the regulations reached the Senate, lawmakers raised a constitutional question. Well, Executive Order Number 1 of 2025 assigned the Deputy President responsibility for coordinating intergovernmental relations. Article 147(4) of the Constitution bars the Deputy President from exercising functions reserved for a Cabinet Secretary under the Act. The Senate advised that President William Ruto invoke Article 132(3)(c) of the Constitution to designate a Cabinet Secretary to administer the law. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi subsequently sought that designation, writing head of Public Service Felix Koskei, asking him to utilize Article 132 of the Constitution and appoint him as the Cabinet Secretary in charge of intergovernmental relations. On June 8th, Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service Koskei communicated the President's decision, formally designating the mandate to Mudavadi, with Kindiki not copied in the correspondence. Weeks later, Mudavadi informed the Council of Governors that his office had received the designation and directed the State Department for Devolution to take the necessary steps to implement the directive. In another intriguing twist, on the same day, the Parliamentary Affairs PS wrote to her counterpart, Mr. Mikal Enasol, PS for Devolution, asking the office to issue a Gazette notice declaring that Mudavadi was now in charge of the Intergovernment Relations docket.
Hii serikali ya William Ruto ambaye fireman ako namba 2 ati tuondoke ati tungoje serikali ingine.
The emergence comes at a politically sensitive moment less than a year before the next general election, with succession politics within the Kenya Kwanza administration gathering pace. Some leaders allied to President William Ruto have publicly argued that the president should broaden his political support beyond the Mount Kenya region ahead of the 2027 polls, with suggestions that his running mate could come from another part of the country.
We have to go for a lower position. It must not be lower than number 2.
Nobody ataweza kuzima ndoto ya jimbo la Pwani. Haiwezekani. Ama namna gani? Ni nini ambao wao wanacho sisi hatuna?
It would be foolish for me to again go back to Omame. I can only go up.
Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has also recently claimed that individuals around President Ruto have shifted their focus to Kindiki.
Wewe mtu ya soprano hapana tumiwa na Kasongo vibaya.
Nimepata habari vile walikuwa wananikosea heshima au wakalejini. Wameanza kumtesa huyo Kindiki hapo. Kumkosea heshima.
Sahi, they don't see him like anybody. And I've sent word to him. Nimetuma mtu rafiki yake nimemwambia be careful.
This is not the first time Kindiki seems to be a target. As he settled into office after Gashagua's ouster, President William Ruto increasingly assigned Mudavadi a more visible role in coordinating government business both locally and internationally. While the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary has a coordinated mandate, the growing prominence of the office sparks political debate over how executive responsibilities have been shared. In the months that followed, Kindiki maintained a lower political profile, focusing largely on government programs and development tours, even as speculation over the influence of his office persisted.
The reason why Kindiki is being humiliated is because Ruto is sacrificing him to divide the Mount Kenya region. And that is something that Kindiki and Gachagua does not want to hear. 1 week ago, you heard Kindiki and Gachagua saying that they won't allow Mount Kenya to be divided. But Ruto have dispatched CS Ruku to go and start dividing Mount Kenya region. Watu wa West wabaki huko, East wabaki huko. So, Kindiki must be removed, whether he like or not. Right now, even MPs are now pushing Kindiki's removal. As we speak right now. So the person that is behind Kindiki's impeachment or Kindiki removal is William Ruto. Ruto is the person that is doing all this. The reason why Yani is under Kindiki's humiliation. Yani anapeana order. What is happening? Kwani, apart from president, who can remove the role of the deputy president? Right now, there are some of the things that Kindiki is not doing. Right now, the seat of Mudavadi is more powerful than the seat of Kindiki as we speak right now. Kiti ya Kindiki saizi iko juu, sio iko chini. The office of Mudavadi, who is the Prime Minister of Kenya, is now bigger than the office of Kindiki because some of the role that Kindiki used to play have been shifted to Mudavadi's office. Ask yourself, who is under this? The person that is under impeachment of Kindiki or removal of Kindiki is William Samoei Ruto. Hakuna mtu mwingine. This is how he used to play with Gachagua. Whoa, Gachagua was banned from using military choppers. Whoa, mara nini, from using government vehicle. Whoa. Later on, Gachagua was impeached. So the same way Gachagua was removed, in the same way that Kindiki is also going to be removed. No one should lie to you that Ruto was happy after Olkalau by election. He was not happy. Alitumia pesa mingi huko. Then watu wa Olkalau wanamhumiliate. Ruto was really humiliated in the Mount Kenya region, where I don't think if Ruto can maintain Kindiki as his running mate, that one cannot happen. Ruto have realized that Kindiki cannot bring votes on the table. Hawezi leta kura. Mountain is not with Kindiki. It's with Rigathi Gachagua. So, Kindiki. Right now, Kindiki is now pretending to be a good leader. Oh, fake news. Oh, marani. Fake news ndo inakuanga news ya ukweli. After some of the roles were stripped off, alitweet something there that, oh, fake news, sijui mara nini, but that is what is happening. In Kenya, rumors ndo inakuanga ukweli. Lakini kitu yenye ni ukweli haikuangi ukweli. Inakuanga uongo. Rumors ndo huwa inakuwa ukweli hapa Kenya. So right now, Kindiki is not safe. Kindiki's seat is not safe at now, because MPs are now pushing his removal from the office as soon as possible, because they are seeing Kindiki as someone that have seriously betrayed, that have seriously been defeated to do something on the ground within the Mount Kenya region. But Ruto is sacrificing Kindiki, yet you don't know that. Hata watu kakina Kimani Chungwa, CS Ruku, Moses Kuria, hao ndio walifanya UDA ishindwe huko. So why are you sacrificing Kindiki? You need to sacrifice all the CSS and PSS. Hey, the team that Ruto deployed, that Ruto gave money to go and campaign in Olkalau, those are the people that should be removed, should be sacrificed also. Inafaa hata watu pia wakuwe sacrificed. I'm not seeing the reason of sacrificing Kindiki alone. Mbona mnataka kusacrifice Kindiki? But the reason why Kindiki is being sacrificed is because of the division within the Mount Kenya region. He want to divide Mount Kenya region. Ili watu wengine wakuwe na kina Gachagua, Kindiki, watu wengine wakuwe huku wasaiza kina Moses Kuria, Ruku, CS Ruku, and other people. Hey, so what do tuongoje? Kindiki used to be very, very happy. Tulimtoa kwa ofisi. Tulimfanyia nini? Right now, pia analia sasa. Hakuna kitu cha mara breaking, mara fake news, mara nini. Hiyo fake news ndio ukweli. Hakuna ingine. That is the truth. Thank you so much, and may God bless you, ladies and gentlemen, for taking your time to listen to our analysis concerning to what is happening in this country of Kenya. See you in the next video, my great viewers. Remember to subscribe, comment to my video, share. Don't forget to turn on notification bell for more updates daily. Let us wait and see how the outcome of Kindiki is going to be, but Kindiki must be removed from the office. Hiyo ni lazima. Kindiki will not be the running mate of William Samoei Ruto. Or maybe it can be that the reason why Kindiki is being humiliated is because of this. Maybe Ruto want to test Mount Kenya region. He want to test how is the people within the Mount Kenya. Can they go to the street to protest for Kindiki being humiliated? Can they fight for Kindiki? Hey, that is what is happening. Can Mount Kenya people go out to the street to protest that their son is being humiliated? Ruto is also not a fool. So you need to expect two things. Maybe Kindiki is being sacrificed to divide Mount Kenya, or the reason why it's being humiliated is it can be that Ruto want to test waters within the mountain. He want to test if Mount Kenya people can go to the street and protest because their son is being humiliated. The way Gachagua was being humiliated, then later on, he was impeached as the deputy president of this country of Kenya, elected. Kindiki is appointed. So Kindiki is someone that can be removed anytime that Ruto want. Ruto can just wake up and say that Kindiki enda nyumbani. Hakuna kitu ingine. What happened in Olkalau was serious. Tukutane kwa video itakayofuata, wapenzi watazamaji wa Daniza Media. Remember to subscribe, comment, share, and don't forget to turn on notification bell for more updates daily. See you in the next video, wapenzi watazamaji wa Daniza Media. Bye bye. We are still continuing with the fundraiser to buy a microphone for quality sound. So if you have something small, you can still donate to the number that we have just pinned on this particular video. Asanteni sana na Mungu awabariki, wapenzi watazamaji wa Daniza Media. Bye bye.